What's up, folks? Today, I'd like to welcome you to my world where I'm always on the go. I work a job and I work a side job. In that side job, I drive a lot. And I want to name this thing something catchy and cool, but that didn't happen. So instead, I'm calling this Brandon on the Go. And if you're watching this, if you have any suggestions, you let me know. Put something in the comments, all right? Help me out. But what I want to do is talk about some things that come to mind when I'm driving. Because my side gig, I do drive my personal vehicle, and I'm, just moving all the time. For instance, right now, I'm just finishing up my early morning shift on my side gig, and I'm about to get ready for my main gig, my main job. All right. And to be a little more transparent, my main job right now, I work for AT&T Mobility, and I've been with them for a total of, it's been like 13 years. Excuse me. And my side gig, I do a little Amazon Flex so I can keep control of my own schedule, mine and my kids' schedule throughout the day, and my significant other, our household. And I'm a deep thinker, and I rarely have people that match my level of thought and endeavors. So I figure, why not just put it out there for other like-minded people to be able to converse and check out a few current events and things like that. So with that, things that I like to talk about may include, and not be limited to, entrepreneurship, the world of finance, the world of crypto, tech, even politics, and on a more surface level area, I like sneakers. I grew up in the 90s, but I'm an 80s baby. So of course, sneakers, I could say fashion, but I try to be more comfortable than anything right now. So I wanted to just bring that up. Oh, I can't not talk about stocks when I say the world of finance. But let me bring it back. This is kind of my unorganized introduction, and I want all of these conversations to be on this type of level where it's just coming off the brain. I don't want to be stuck too much to an itinerary. The flow is going to be based on the things that come up, whether it's in my feed online that it might seem like something that I want to talk about, or it could just be based on comments and stuff that I receive through messages from my friends and acquaintances. But if this is shaky right now, it's the road. Maybe I need to upgrade cameras. Anyways, so yeah, I just wanted to make this introduction and kind of get rolling with just talking about things that's on my mind. So if you're watching, that's the algorithm, thank that. But I hope that you like what I'm about to bring to the table. All right. So today, for the first installment of Brandon on the Go, I wanted to talk about crypto and Bitcoin, more specifically, because Bitcoin, even though it was introduced in 2012, around that time, right now in 2024, today is February the 9th, 2024. Bitcoin just surged, right? It was sitting around if I'm not mistaken, the upper 30s for the past few months, at least in the last month. But this past week, it surged up to 43,000 and kind of held there. So it got my attention again. And I say again because around 2020, I had a good amount of crypto. I won't say exactly how much right now. I don't feel comfortable doing that. And before that, in like 2016, I think, around 2015, 2016, 2017 was when I had first gotten my first Bitcoin. Not saying whole Bitcoin, but, you know, first entry into cryptocurrency. Around that time, I got to go back and look, but it might have been around like 9,000, 17,000. I can't really remember, 19,000, something like that. So for it to be where it is today, it surged up to 46,000 overnight, and now it's in the mid 47s, low 47s, 47,000, like 394 was exactly what it was the last time I looked at it within the last 15, 20 minutes. How do you guys feel about that? As we know, the U.S. economy, it looks like it's in a recession, if I'm not mistaken. Man, like the global economy is looking towards Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, right, to kind of be a global currency so that we can all kind of safeguard ourselves to trade with within our global economic system, right? Where do you think it's going to be? Where do you think it's going to go? Do you invest in crypto? Do you invest in Bitcoin specifically? Because all the whole cryptocurrency exchanges and just crypto in general is kind of driven by Bitcoin. Like that was the first cryptocurrency, if I'm not mistaken. And everything else kind of follows after Bitcoin's movement. And as far as other cryptocurrencies that I'm looking at right now, I'm looking to see what Ethereum is going to do, because a lot of, you know, trading and a lot of stuff happens, like a lot of blockchain, let's just say movement is happening on Ethereum as well. I'm not a professional in any of this. I just happen to know a little bit from asking questions from friends that like to do a little day trading and investing. So with cryptocurrency moving like it is right now, Bitcoin being at 47,000, I'm interested to see if it's going to cross 50 anytime soon. We got Ethereum at like 2,400 per token. What is it going to do? Like, should we be investing little by little in Bitcoin and crypto? You got folks like Robert Kiyosaki, who a couple of years ago, he said, I think Bitcoin is going to be at, this was like last year. He said, I think Bitcoin is going to be at 120,000 in 5 years' time. Shoot, if that's the case, I might have to put like 5-10% of my earnings into that. If that's the case, man, you better believe we need to be on it, right? I am. I'm not saying I'm doing that much. I'm just throwing numbers out there and like ideas. Because you got things like IRAs. So an IRA, if you don't know, is a way to, you know, invest into your future, kind of like a 401k, but it's individual responsible. Individual responsible. What does the rest of it mean? So individual responsible account, is it? I don't know. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. But like 401k, your companies match you, right? Most of them do. IRA, it's just you investing, but see, with 401ks, when you invest, it's non-taxed in the beginning. IRAs is taxed in the beginning, if I'm not mistaken. Like I said, I'm not a professional in any of this, so correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, or if you have more details you want to include and this is your thing, put that down in the comments. So we got Bitcoin, where it's looking to get to the point of crazy numbers, in the next 5 years, that's all speculation, right? But then you got the altcoins, which are the other coins that aren't Bitcoin. And those altcoins could help you to gain dollars, right, on your investments. And then we can look at Bitcoin to kind of determine what we want to invest in by how it's moving against Bitcoin, right? I'm just, like I said, I'm not a professional in this, but I've asked friends questions on what they do. So me personally, here's what I'm thinking. Help me out. Let me know what y'all think. I'm thinking that I want to invest in Bitcoin here and there, maybe like 5% of my net income. If I could do it as gross income, I would. Maybe for the side gig, I don't know. Because the side gig, I'm a contractor. Help me out. Let me know what you think. So maybe 5% of that, and then maybe another 5% as I can into like an Ethereum, which is, it didn't spike like Bitcoin did over the past few days. Now, you know what? I'm about to pull it up and see. Oh, dag, I just ran over a piece of rubber that came off of somebody's car. Hope it didn't mess my ride up. That'd be crazy. Told you, this is like random. Whatever comes to mind, I'm gonna say it. So Ethereum, where is that at? Ethereum is at $2,482 per token right now. Now it did spike. How much? In the past week. Man, it went from 2,300 something to 2,400 and something. So it went up a little bit. What's the percentage? Man, look, when I'm not on the go, I can look at percentages. And what I'm thinking is Ethereum's a little more conservative, still more steady and more stable. So if you were to invest long term, I think having a nice split of the more volatile cryptocurrencies and the more consistent and steady cryptocurrencies. Bringing me to the point of the fact that there's a Bitcoin ETF. I need to look more into that, because I know that the major banks created some sort of Bitcoin ETF that, more I looked into it, people were saying, don't take me as stating true facts, because I'm not claiming that, but people were saying that what it did was it went off of, it like betted against Bitcoin, which I don't know. I would have to dig a little deeper, almost as if it was opposing Bitcoin's fluctuation. So big banks were looking to get into cryptocurrencies or have an ETF based on cryptocurrency, which could literally be any form of, they could be looking to short it in their ETF. I don't know. Help me out in the comments. Help this community that I want to grow, so that we can help each other in all these areas we're talking about. All right, moving on. I don't know who you guys think is the best for the presidency, which will be voted on this year. I haven't been following politics like that. I just haven't, because it's not positive, man. There's nothing right now that I can say that helps me to want to decide who to vote for based on those that are currently like in the early stages of campaigning. I'm from Delaware, so Joe Biden, he's the main guy around here. If you're a Democrat. I am a registered Democrat, but I don't necessarily agree with all the things that the Democratic Party stands for right now. I'm not conservative by the conservative. I don't know if you want to call it a definition of being a conservative, but like I'm kind of in the middle. Like I guess I'm more moderate than anything. Correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't said what I stand for in a lot of things, but you know, I kind of want to keep. Right now, I don't feel comfortable saying what bothers me about certain people in certain parties. But I don't know what the heck our country is going to be looking like after the elections. Kind of scares me. I have kids. I'm not going to get specific with that right now. Again, I don't feel too comfortable. I want to see how this channel starts to play out before I can say, you know, any specifics about what's going on in my personal life. If you know me, you know me. My story is kind of out there, and for the most part in Delaware. I did run a business, and I have a lot of folks that know who I am. I've always been a good guy. I've always done the right thing, but I've definitely run into people and have done business with people who have been snakes, and I don't really even like to talk about that or mention that. So I don't mind putting myself out there, but first I'll see how comfortable I feel with this platform and where the community goes. But yeah, definitely in terms of politics, it's kind of crazy right now. What do y'all think? You can put that in the comments. Just don't get me banned or anything. And on a lighter note, you know, because we talked a little bit about finance, specifically crypto, stocks. I don't even want to touch that today. Well, except for the S&P 500 is what I've been looking into to, you know, further my investments in the stock market. And I love that. It's consistent, it's boring, and usually the boring investments are what make you the most money over the course of time, because it's predictable and it's easier to go in on that. So we got finance, we have politics a little bit that I just mentioned. I didn't even scratch the surface of that. Tech, we can probably say that for the next video or some other video, or maybe even a podcast or whatever. I have you know, a few folks that want to talk about what they do, and we can maybe have some discussions. I love tech, by the way. I'm not really you know, as techie as I used to be, but at the same time I still appreciate it and still like to discuss it. And lastly for the day, like I said, I love sneakers. I grew up, I was born in '85, so you know, Jordans were everything to the young boys that we were when they became popular. And when I became an adult, I was able to get what I like. And one of the most recent releases were the Jordan. Oh, you know what? They didn't even release the shock drop of the Jordan 4 Breads with, I guess it's the reimagined ones, where instead of doing the traditional suede or nubuck, whatever material it is, you know, black upper with the red, gray and red on the bottom, and has a white midsole. Man, they did a leather version, and that shock drop is everything. Like I used to hit on the shock drops all the time. Let's just say for a few shoes, I hit on the shock drops, like the shock drop for the fives, the the Fire Red 5s, and a couple other ones. Well, the shock drop just happened, and for me with these shoes, I didn't get my size. I got a half a size up, and really I'm just getting them for a friend because I need that 12 and a half when the release happens. So my friend will most likely get these 13s off of me, and I'll wait for the actual release. When they come in, I'm gonna put these up. I'm gonna show you what they look like, and I'm gonna give you my honest opinion on how the shoes look and feel in hand, because I don't like 4s as much as I like 3s that I just really got into in the last couple years. For instance, I bought the Travis Scott 4s, and I bought the Travis Scott 4s a few years ago in my size, in 12 and a half, but they were kind of small. I kind of need the 13s. So I sold them to a buddy. I got the University Blue 4s, and they didn't feel the way I wanted my shoes to feel. Like Jordan 3s fit perfect to me. I could wear a 12 and a half or 13 in those, and you know, perfect. I could wear size 12 in them if I'm not wearing them all day. Like just the way that the 3s feel and fit and they're cushioned, like I could do that. But the 4s feel a little more restrictive and not as comfortable in like the bottom of the laces. So I'm gonna see how they feel, how they fit, what they look like, how they feel in hand, and I'm gonna give you my honest opinion. So that being said, are there a couple other, let me see what else is dropping this weekend in sneakers. Just pull that up real quick. Oh, today these burgundy dunks came out, and I was working my side gig. If anything, I would have gotten them just to show you guys and then like maybe flip them, because I personally, dunks, I don't know, dunks don't really fit me the way I would want them to fit. I have, what are they? The Travis Scott dunks. The size 13 and those do fit right for me, but I have to put an extra insole in them for them to like really fit well enough, because I bought those Georgetown dunks. They're navy blue and gray in my size, 12 and a half. They're all leather. They look amazing, but they just don't feel right to me. I don't know, maybe it's my feet, man. Maybe I got some jacked up feet. But they just don't feel right. And when the dunks are like a suede material, they feel much better to me. So those burgundy, they're called the Burgundy Crush. And I'm gonna work on getting like images into the view, into the screen on Brandon on the Go. And if I can, I'll show you these shoes. That material is it looks like a suede. So I wanted to get those in hand, but I missed the drop. And I'm not trying to spend a lot of money on shoes, which I have done in the past, but I used to do like some buying and selling and whatnot, and trading too. And I don't really do that much anymore because the sneaker values have dropped tremendously, and now it's like a buyer's market for sneakers. So that being said, if I can get those in hand, I will. And anything else that I see that drops today or whatever that I think is worth it, I'll let you know. All right. But today, that's been the focal point, the Bitcoin. Scratch the surface barely on if you know, you know, on politics, and you know, I love sneakers. So I had to talk about those too. So when those come in, I'll let you know if I can get anything else. What else dropped today? Another pair of dunks. They're called the Coconut Milk. Both those and the Burgundy Crush sold out. I wouldn't even like entertain the Coconut Milk. They just, if I can put them up here, I will. If not, you know, maybe a link in the comments so you can see them. But that being said, that's the first day, the first episode of Brandon on the Go. I'm really just gonna throw them all together as I do these. Not really much structure as of now, maybe I will put some structure in it later. And the other thing that I forgot to mention that I'll be talking about for show, cars. I love cars too. Sneakers and cars. Man. I'm into sports too. Working out. I love fitness. And so right now, that's that. I'll get back to you, and I'll upload this, and I'll try to make it, make the aesthetics of the vlog as nice as possible. But for right now, this is it. All right. Thank you all for rocking with me. It's been about 20-some minutes of your life that you can't get back, but I'm glad you spent it with me. Y'all have a good one. Be safe out there. Enjoy your day and be blessed.